Train. Ay, ay, ay. Good afternoon. Happy Friday, happy Sabbath. Right on the cusp of the afternoon. Welcome back to the MVP family, my friends. This is your girl, Miss Bev, with another video. Today, it's all week has been so, last week, this week, rainy. The clouds rolling early. Yesterday was like cloudy all day and the day before. But through it all, there's so much to be thankful for. I was outside earlier with Kayla, watching Kayla flipping. I was gonna do a video, then I thought against it. Because one of the things we have to remember when we come in gated communities are that there are rules to abide by. And because of those rules, if you notice, when I walked up the hill with Kayla, I deleted that video. We got 1,000-something views on that video, and I deleted it because I had to, it was brought to my attention, which I should have thought it. But when you're used to living free. When I was in Connecticut, you would see me do videos up and down the street. The snow comes, I just roll out the video. We had flooding down at the big bottom of the street. I roll out my camera and I'm videotaping. And whether my neighbor's space got caught in it, it was never a problem at all. But then as you come into the gated communities, you got to remember that management has rules. You have to abide by rules. You have to be cognizant of other people's private properties and know that you cannot just shoot videos and put them out there. Because as she said to me, they brought it to the attention of the landlady. And as she said, I have to realize that people pay a lot of money to move into these high security spaces. And so I cannot just shoot videos and put their stuff out there. If you had noticed in the videos, we walked up, we're just admiring the cleanliness of the place and the beauty of the place. And so that's a no-no. So what I do, I'm just trying to be, if you notice, my videos are just right here sitting at this spot or at my desk. And just shoot the video. Again, aesthetic is good, the beauty around the space is good, but also let's focus on the message and be fulfilled with that. So we were outside, and I brought actually Kayla knew where to find this tripod, and she came and got it, but I had this other tripod as well. And then I said, you know what, let me not do this. But we had a good time. I was barefooted, so my feet were saying hello to the grass out there and walking around. Kayla was skipping around, and I can't skip around anymore. But we had a good time, and then we came inside. So I'm just doing a video today, guys, and the thing that I wanted, it's a laugh out loud moment, when we have these cloudy days and the hot water pan is depends on the sunlight to warm. And so you're going to do your shower and the water is still cold. And so which other night I jumped in there and I just made up my mind. It wasn't like deadly cold. It wasn't like freezing cold. But it was cold. And just took my shower, just going laugh out loudly. I says, let me remind my returning residents who are coming home and happy that they have hot water, that because the water in these gated communities, they're heated by the solar heater on the top of the building. There are days when you're going to get up and need a nice shower and you're going to have to be, whoa. So that's what that was. And then while we slept and while we got up and got busy doing what we want to do, we have climbed up slowly but surely to 9,000 subscribers. I noticed I welcome in some people already, and Some people are contributing to the conversations, and they're letting me know that they're new. And we just give thanks. We just give thanks. As I said before, when it comes to YouTube, like people with thousands, hundreds of thousands, and yet their videos only get a few, like, it's not like, ooh, I'm only at, well, not only, because we climbing, I'm at 9,000 now. So just think, if we look at percentage, then I'm in a good percentage with the views, with the likes, and I'm okay. As I said, it's enough so that Google is sending out the videos, and so they look at they analyzed it, and they see the ratios make sense, and so I am thanking God for every morsel of whatever comes. I have to be filled with gratitude. So I'm hoping wherever you are today, guys, as you get ready to face this another weekend, that you are thankful for so much that took place this week. If you're in a bad place right now, I'm just still asking you to look for something great that happened. Even though you're in a bad place, even though you might be in pain, there has to be a time when the pain was not so bad, and just be thankful, So that's all I'm asking, for us to give thanks more, and you will see, and do the good you can, when you can, where you can, how you can. Because I'm telling you from experiences over the years, I see that when you reach out to those who are in need, that I really see that you have been provided for more. Your struggles, you have struggles. We're all going to have struggles. But there are some people who live for themselves only. And you see how much they're trying. But you see how even with all that they're putting in, that they're still crying. Oh, I don't have this. I don't have. I need. Can you lend? Can you? And so we wonder, why not turn and look at what Christ says? Look at what Christ says. And if we look at his words, and all, especially the parables that he's spoken, to mankind, then we know that it's best to do good than to do evil. It's best to do good to those who are in need. It's best to pull somebody up than push them down. It's best to speak sweet words, just in case we have to eat them later. So today I don't have anything researched. I'm going to go straight to the Bible. We're going to do Matthew chapter 5. And then I'll just send you to go light your candle. Just light your candles and do what you got to do. So let's remember that in Matthew 5 is a very, very important book, chapter in the Bible. When he says, and seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain. And when he was set, his disciples came unto him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. My sister, my friend, who have gone through a tough moment, I'm just praying and I'm just reading this for you as well, that you will be comforted as Christ has promised. He says, Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. So for the poor in spirit, those who are humble, you see, he says, theirs is the kingdom of heaven, and they shall inherit the earth. Right? Isn't that interesting? He says, Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Guys, listen, it's a great thing when you reach out to other people, when you help them during their times of distress or weakness, or whatever they're going through, you reach out. Let me tell you something. The wheel, it goes around. It's 360 degrees. And we never know. Because no matter how holy we think we are, no matter how perfect we think we are, no matter what status we think we have, there comes a time when we're going to need people to show us mercy. So if we are not showing mercy to others, look at what he told his disciples here. He says, blessed are the merciful. So if you are showing mercy to others, he says, for you will obtain mercy. When your time comes, when that tire flattens and you have nowhere, somebody's going to come and have mercy on you. When that time comes when you lose your job, not because you did something wrong, but maybe the company is moving, maybe the company files bankruptcy, something happened. All of a sudden you're out of work. Remember, all those people that you fed when you were on the up and things were going well. All those little people you gave $1 to help out, to buy a little something. All those encouraging words, they will come tumbling back your way. So blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. It said, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Yes, you shall be called the children of God. You who, when you see things are not going so good, that instead of instigating, instead of encouraging and empowering people to go on the rampant and the warpath and to, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, and rile up people to do the worst things. When you see these things and you say, no, let's remember kindnesses. Remember when they did for you. Remember when, remember when you quash things. You don't rile it up. A lot of people, they see things going on, instead of jumping in to say, no man, we're one. Let's live as one. Let's live with love and unity. They jump in, it's cameras up. They got to get a footage. But God says, blessed are the peacemakers. Those people who push for peace. Those people who encourage peacefulness. You know how nice it is when you can live in peace with people around you. You know how nice it is when you can say, I'm sorry, and you keep going to say hi again the next day. When we live in anger and ugliness, it is the hardest way to live, because you have to remember to be angry. You're always going to be angry. That's not a good way to live. So let us be peacemakers. 4. We shall be called the children of God. He said, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and say all manner of evil against you falsely for his sake. He said, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before us. And then he goes on to say, ye are the salt of the earth. Ye are the salt of the earth. But what do we know about salt? I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and as I spoke to Jody, we were talking about these seasonings, because I was telling her how, dumplings was something I love. Ackee and dumpling, chicken back and dumpling, oxtail and dumpling. You're making your oxtail or your curry, whatever, and you roll up your like a full of loops, and you drop them in, and Boy, even when Donnie would make the soup, the red pea soup, and he does the little things. When I go to get my soup, I'm searching for them little dumplings to eat. And, there were times when I would get like a little itch or something, or I see a couple little things, but then they come, but then they're gone. But when I came here in this different environment, this fresh air, this different space, eating my fruits, my veggies, so much of it. You know what, guys, when I ate the dumpling, I had a feeling that gluten was a bad thing for me, but I never fed into it because I love dumplings. But God has been so good to me that I brought flour home, and I think 40 pounds of it went to help out at Kayla's school where they cook hot lunches. Then I had just one pack left here, and I made some fried dumplings one time, and I made some dinner, and I added cornmeal to some of the flour and put it in, and that was it. I had those dumplings, and it's like, what the heck? And you could have told that it was that, you knew exactly that it was the dawn flour. And from that happened, I put it away. And so I was talking to Jody about it. So you know what? The oatmeal, I love oatmeal. It's necessary for me because I need it it's a good source of fiber and all of that. But then you're drinking it, and yes, it's good for you, but it's also bad for you because gluten again, the wheat and all of that food, that stuff. And so we're talking about, stay focused, stay with me, guys, because I'm on Ye Are the Salt of the Earth. And we were talking about these seasons, and I said, yeah, Jody, I came here, and all of a sudden I'm reading stuff. And I bought one of them, the Grace, is it Grace or Mag? One of them who make, it's right on the counter. I came down in July, I bought it. It's a big jar of seasoning for chicken. Then there's another container for fish, which we haven't even bought fish yet. But Kayla told me she knows how to eat fish with bones, and I'm like, we'll see. But I'm saying to Jody, when I look in the darn thing, it's MSG. We know that MSG is so bad for your system. It is so bad. If you eat stuff with MSG in it, it races your heart. Like you literally feel the difference in your heartbeat. So I don't use MSG, but I came and I bought the seasoning. And luckily I'm reading it, and I said, through. Sister Dawkins doesn't eat meat, so she said, when you season, with that season you bought, when you're making the vegetables, don't add it to it because it has chicken in it. And I said, chicken in the seasoning? Why would there be chicken in the seasoning? I know the seasoning is for whatever, but, and sure enough, when you read it, it had chicken parts in it, grounded up, and it's part of the seasoning. So I haven't used it. I have it there, and I forgot to put it with the flour yesterday. I gave away the flour and the oatmeals and stuff like that. Because Jody and I, we spoke about that the only seasoning you really need are your fresh seasoning. You don't need these chemicals that they ground up together. If you cannot say the name, you don't need it in your body. All you need, a little salt, a little black pepper. And that's enough. Because it's the salt that gives the food the flavor. It's not the other stuff. You want to get your garlic, your onions, your scallion, your tomatoes, and fresh from the garden. And you use those. Your thyme, I don't like thyme unless it's contained in something. I don't like thyme spreading out in my food. You get your pimento, I bought pimento seeds, or spice they call it. But that's all you need. You don't need all those things in the bottles, those chemicals mixed up in there, eating away at your liver and your kidneys and your heart. Totally unnecessary. And just like God is saying, ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. So salt is good. Salt has its you're not supposed to overdo it, but ye are the salt of the earth. It tells you how good salt is. But if the salt not have no taste, not have no, what good is it? He says, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but they put it on a candlestick, so it gives light unto all that are in the house. It says, let your light so shine before men, so they may see your good works. A lot of people, I keep saying it, they want to. If you're a blessing to somebody, don't hide it. I'm not saying that you're going to go on the rooftops to talk about what you have done for people and what you haven't done. But don't be ashamed about doing good. The Lord says, let your light shine. Let your good deeds shine. Let them shine. He didn't say to hide and do it anonymously. I don't want people to know that I'm doing. That's not what he said to us, though. He said, let what our works, let them shine, so that people will see your good works and glorify him. People will see your good works. People will see that you're doing the will of him. People will see that you are following the principles that he left here for us to follow. When he says, take care of the poor, take care of the needy, take care of the widows and the orphans, take care of them, because the little you do for them, you do it unto me. So guys, as we go forward, let us not be ashamed, and let us not get weary of the well-doing. He says, you do not light a candle and hide it under a bushel. He says, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Don't let Satan push it out. I'm going to let it shine. Don't let Satan push it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let Satan push it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine till Jesus comes. Let your light shine, my people. Let your light shine. It says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. I didn't say it. That's what he told his disciples. He says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. And so he said, verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. So that's all I have to say to us today, guys. Remember to let your light shine. No matter how bright it is, light those candles and go light your world. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. Your lights can shine in a myriads of different ways. A kind word, a, 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 a small dish of food, a pencil for a young child, and like there is just so a little dress, a little shoes. I reach out to you guys. So many of you have reached out, and I'm not not so many, but the love I receive to support Kayla, the love I receive. We have Dr. Clark, who the first time I mentioned it, boom, boom, boom. $70 she sent it. She says, use it to help with Kayla. It's not that I cannot afford it, but because I'm on a fixed income, I'm not going to sit here and show off and then I sit here and can't afford anything else. We budget things and we go forth and we get things done, and so that we're not sitting around later on and can't manage. But I reached out, I said, now she's going to school. This is not something I had budgeted for. But when the opportunity came, when the question was asked of me, I was quick. I said, yes, of course. So all of what I reach out for is just help me with the schooling. It's like almost $100 US per month to help her, to get to school, to get her lunch. She comes home, she have breakfast here, she has her hot dinner here, and she has her snacks here. But to get a hot meal every day, I don't want to give her whatever to go to school for lunch. I want her to be happy and healthy and strive, thrive. Not strive, but thrive. And so you guys, those of you who answered the call, Dr. Clark, thank you so much. My sister Yvonne in New York, thank you. You sent 100. Miss Ruby, you sent 100. Thank you so much. My daughter Jody, and she sent 200. God bless all of you. Thank you, Jody. My friend Miss Hyacinth, she sent $50. And did I say Miss Ruby, who sent 100? And we have Sister Ernestine, who also sent to help Kayla. So when you look at everything, it's 12,000. It's 6,200. sorry, per week that it costs to get Kayla to school, to each wait, for the week, 6,200 a week. So just add those up for 4 weeks in each month, right? It's more than 100 US. Because one US in these areas you get maybe 140 something. You're not going to get the 150 something. But when you look at it and you're doing this 4 weeks each month, it comes up to a pretty penny. So Jody, thank you. She sent funds to get some more books for Kayla. I did the phonics. Kayla is reading. I'm going to have Kayla read for you guys one evening. This video is going a little bit too long. I'm going to have Kayla read for you guys. Kayla is trying. She's thriving. And so as we lift her up in prayers, I'm just asking you to just ask God to help her to retain what she learns. Somebody says, don't talk about, and if you notice the video with her, also I took that down. So 2 videos that really had made good progress, I took them down. I deleted them, right? I didn't look at how much money they would have brought in, whether it's $2, $3, but I took it down because one person was concerned about her emblem on her epaulette, on her clothes, and it's social media, you never know. And right as I read the comment, I just deleted the picture. I kept her video because I like the video, and but I took it down from YouTube. And you guys saw it was really, people loved it. Everybody who saw it loved it. But I took them down. So the one with her myself walking up the hill, deleted it. Whole heap of views that had gotten. And again, some videos are gonna get good views, boom, 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 they just take off, and some videos they struggle, but they're growing. The videos I just did, they started off poorly, but they're at 100 and something views. Who isn't happy to get 100 and something views on the videos? I am truly happy. But one of the things, guys, that's coming up, I have to Trending Live TV, guys, listen. Go support her. Go find her videos, please, and help her get her watch time. She has subscribers. She just need her watch time back so she can get monetized. Now she put a clean. She cleaned up my merch on spring, and guys, you're gonna see some new merchandise out there. Easy to order. Again, they're a little pricey because you create them, and then the company, they're the ones who find the shirts, do the printing, and ship to you. So it's easier than for me when I do them. I don't get fancy. I can do the fancy because they just do the thing and they print. I do the Cricut where I create the thing. I can't do pictures yet. Maybe it's easy, but I've never tried to include a picture on my shirts. And I just do the letters and heat it, press them on, and call it a day. But just go for it, guys, and let your light shine in whatever which way you want to make them shine. Because at the end of the day, we're serving one God, one Christ, and we know what He asks of us to do. And so just go, let your light shine so men can see your good work. Too often, because we're church people, we call ourselves Christians, but we're not following the principles that was set for us to follow. We just get up and call ourselves Christians. But if we're Christians, it comes with responsibilities. And so we have to be careful that we're not saying we're Christians, but then we're not shining any light. We're not doing any deeds of kindness. We're not speaking words of love. We're not helping the downtrodden. We're not lifting them up. We're not speaking sweet words to anyone. We're just in our world of, oh, I'm a Christian, you know. And we think that's it. No, Christ tells you, say go. Shine your light. Especially in the dark places. Go shine your light. So make it a great day by choice, guys, for the rest of the day. Happy Sabbath, everybody. Happy Sabbath, happy Sabbath. And if you don't even worship on the Sabbath, remember, it's not about the day, it's about the God that we serve. And so just get up, be thankful. Be thankful. If you can't be good, be careful, but let's continue onward and upwards as we go forth doing good.